Hello everyone, how's it going? Have you heard of a digital detox? Well, what is that? What are some of the benefits? And how can that be done? Well, if that sounds interesting to you, then keep watching. Do you ever try to have a conversation with someone and they constantly keep looking down at their phone? Or do you find that some people are trying to get your attention and you can't seem to keep yourself from looking down at your phone? It's actually quite a major pet peeve of mine, and yet I still find myself guilty of the same thing. In today's world, it's actually common to see people almost constantly on their phones. Really, on average, worldwide, people spend about 6 hours and 40 minutes a day on screens. So some people have found it beneficial to do a digital detox. Well, what is that? Well, the definition of a digital detox is to take a break from using electronic devices or certain media for a period of time. So that may include avoiding checking email, playing video games, scrolling social media, text messaging, using smartphones or tablets, watching the news or other TV programs. Well, what benefits could be had by doing a digital detox? We're going to talk about 6 of them today. So number 1 is some people have found that it really frees up their time. It actually helps them have more control over their time. Number 2, for some people, research shows that it may help them improve their sleep. And this is since using devices before bed, they can actually interfere with your sleep by suppressing the production of melatonin. You can help this a little bit by putting your devices in nighttime mode, or you can use an e-reader like a Kindle. Now, number 3, some people find that they experience better mental health. Now, even though social media can actually help us to connect with others in beneficial ways, for some people it can actually trigger anxiety, depression, and or affect our self-esteem. Some people experience FOMO, so they experience this fear of missing out. They have feelings of isolation. They start making social comparisons. And some people actually literally get very angry over posted content. So taking a break from these is actually very beneficial for many people when it comes to mental health. Number 4 is that people find that they have better focus. When you frequently hear beeps and you have pop-up notifications, it's very distracting when you're trying to accomplish something. So people have found that they're actually more productive without having all of these things going on. Number 5, we may experience less stress. For some people, too much information is just stressful. For example, some people have found that when they reduced their news consumption, that they felt much calmer. Number 6 is a person may experience better social interactions. It's actually easier to connect with others when we're not distracted by a digital device. Others will actually feel like we care enough for them to give them our undivided attention. Now, we have discussed what a digital detox is and 6 benefits that we could gain. But how can it be done? We're going to talk about a few tips on how to do that. But first, I'd like to remind you to please like and subscribe if you're enjoying today's content. Also, I'd like to remind you to check out the links below so you can see where I gathered the information for today's video. And feel free to leave a comment if you'd like to share your thoughts on whether or not you think it's a good idea to do a digital detox. Now, let's talk about some helpful tips. How can we do a digital detox? First of all, I would like to say that we are all different. So studies have shown that the benefits of doing a digital detox will vary from person to person based on age, gender, and mental health. Even those in the same family may not agree on what will be a beneficial digital detox. Sometimes people do have to find a balance between their personal life and their professional demands and other responsibilities. Realistically, the way a digital detox is done, it's really not going to be a one-size-fits-all. To be successful, it actually needs to be tailored to each individual. But some suggestions would be to start first figuring out where you have an issue. Is it with the news, social media, something with your phone, or any of those causing you to miss sleep, causing anxiety, making you lose interest in being social in person, or causing you to neglect some of your responsibilities? Once you do find that you have an issue, then you want to try to create some goals for yourself. You're going to try to decide, is this something I'm going to do for a whole day, or is it going to be certain times of the day? For example, some people decide to spend only 15 minutes a day on social media. They may make sure that their phone is in a different room at night, and may even choose to make Sundays a tech-free day. Now, to help you reach your goals, I did find some suggestions that I read about. One person suggested you could log out of Facebook every day to avoid being disrupted by alerts. You just go in there when you're ready to check it. You can delete apps sometimes on your phone if it's something that you're able to check on your computer. You can use an app that locks you out of time wasters, or actually locks you completely out of your phone at certain times. And you can also turn off certain notifications, and that may help. Limiting your time on social media can save you so much time. Many platforms are designed to exploit human desires. They actually continue to suggest more content for you to view, and you find that you're sitting there watching video after video. Frequently viewing content, checking notifications, checking likes and comments actually causes the release of dopamine. And that actually encourages prolonged engagement and addictive behaviors. For some, this experiencing excessive amounts of dopamine throughout the day can actually make them super anxious. Now, anytime you want to break a habit, it usually takes at least 2 weeks. So you want to try to set these limits and try to commit to sticking with that for at least 2 weeks. Now, another thing that might be helpful is to try to get support from others, perhaps a family member or a friend that will keep you accountable. Now, to do a digital detox and have it be successful, it's usually better if you can replace some of that screen time with some healthy behaviors, such as some type of exercise, or making sure that you're going to be able to be involved with some in-person social interaction. You also want to try to be honest with yourself about what progress you're making. Are you really making progress, or are you swapping one digital habit for another? So maybe you're doing less TikTok, you're actually viewing more TV. Now, after trying this out for a couple weeks, you can take some time to think about the benefits and the barriers that you had to deal with, and whether or not you could keep some of these changes for good, keep them long term. One of the ones that's one of my favorites is the suggestion to have no digital media during family dinners. Also, you might even set some limits for yourself personally on how much texting you're going to do. Maybe just make texting off limit at times so that you feel encouraged to actually call and have a conversation with a friend. Excessive use of social media and digital technology have actually been linked to anxiety, sleep disturbances, and obsessive-compulsive behaviors. Now, granted, it doesn't affect everyone the same way, but it certainly is something to think about. So a digital detox may not look the same for everyone, but there are many benefits to be had. Actually, it can be very empowering to take charge of how you're going to spend your time and your energy. Well, I hope you have enjoyed the information today, and I hope to see you in the next video where we'll discuss another way we can improve our health.